But is it fair to ask Emmy voters to rank a series featuring a superhero shagging an octopus alongside a dramatisation of the reign of Queen Elizabeth II?
Do you need to take a break, or can we power through the rest?
Let's just power through.
One of streaming's most anticipated finales couldn't convince Emmy voters, but it had no trouble convincing audiences, with 57 million viewers globally hitting play on Prime Video. The final season of The Boys premiered in April, with fans returning weekly in their droves to see whether Anthony Starr's hubristic Homelander would finally meet his fate. Despite the huge outpouring of love and middle fingers on social media, Eric Kripke's dark satire failed to make an impression in the newly released 2026 Emmy nominations, and arguably hasn't been given its flowers by the Television Academy overall.
Shock and awe, my son. Blood and fucking bone.
There were a few surprises in this year's Emmy nominations. No love for Taylor Sheridan's Duttonverse, the Pitt guest stars earning nominations after self-submitting, and Stranger Things truly faded into its own abyss. Yet The Boys stands out from the pack. Its remarkable viewing figures and record-breaking engagement throughout its final season make it emblematic of a problem the industry has yet to answer. Is success defined by audience popularity or perceived industry prestige? Being snubbed from the 2026 Emmy nominations is a familiar experience for The Boys cast. The top nominated show at this year's Emmy Awards is the indestructible The Pitt, which has previously pipped other fan favourites like Severance during awards season. However, now in its second time around the FYC circuit, the novelty of dominating the Emmy categories has worn off, and instead it's drawing attention to the titles and performers who have been omitted in its place. The Boys Season 5 and The Pitt Season 2 briefly converged during their latest releases this year. The Pitt began airing weekly on HBO and HBO Max from January the 8th to April the 16th, while The Boys launched on April the 8th and concluded on May the 20th. According to The Hollywood Reporter, that overlap had a surprising outcome. Prime Video dropped a 2-episode premiere of The Boys during the week, recording 899 million minutes viewed. Yet that staggering figure only ranked the series second on the Nielsen streaming charts, with The Pitt taking the top spot with 1.13 billion minutes viewed. HBO has a historic prestige that its titles inherit, and medical dramas notoriously run and run with dedicated fan bases, but The Boys, with all of its blood, gore and bravado, could have reigned supreme in such a highly anticipated drop. The Pitt now leads the 2026 Emmy nominations with 25 overall, while The Boys, despite its remarkable viewing figures and record-breaking engagement, received only 5 nominations, all within the Creative Arts Emmys. The crew are rightfully being recognised in categories for costume, sound, music and stunts, but the series is disappointingly absent from the main outstanding drama category and all performance categories. The nominations fail to reflect the time and effort put in by The Boys team or by Prime Video's FYC campaign. Amazon submitted 24 performances from the series across the Emmy categories this year, including Jack Quaid, Anthony Starr and Carl Urban for Best Actor, and Karen Fukuhara and Erin Moriarty for Best Actress. Yet it seems voters believe that there were other performances more deserving. In contrast, The Pitt received 12 nominations this year in the performance categories alone, including 2 cast members, Brittany Allen and Jeff Kober, who self-submitted. For The Boys cast, this is unfortunately not a new experience, and it highlights a wider problem in recognising TV talent. In 2025, the only performer from The Boys to receive an Emmy nomination was Giancarlo Esposito for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Drama Series, for his role as Stan Edgar. No other performer across the entire run of the series has received a nomination, which is baffling considering The Boys features some of streaming's most unique characters. Most notably, Anthony Starr, who played the psychotic soup Homelander since season 1 and built him into the series' magnetic antagonist, has never been nominated for his performance, and I'm pretty sure Homelander would have a thing or two to say about that.
And, you never told me that this one's nickname is Mother's Milk.
The Boys may have fared better in the Emmys' Outstanding Comedy category. Alongside being omitted in all of the performance categories at the 2026 Emmys, The Boys was also noticeably absent from the main Outstanding Drama category, despite landing in the top 10 most viewed seasons of any Prime Video original series ever. If the show broke records for the streamer and consistently attracted millions of viewers each week, perhaps the real problem with The Boys and the Emmys is not its success, but how it is viewed in comparison to the other titles competing alongside it. The Television Academy has strict rules around how shows are entered into each Emmy category. In 2021, ahead of the 74th Emmy Awards ceremony, it addressed long-standing concerns surrounding the distinction between comedy and drama. Before the change, all shows 30 minutes or less were automatically categorized as comedy, while anything longer was classified as a drama, regardless of subject matter. However, streaming and technological advances have allowed television to evolve beyond traditional network structures, with many comedies and dramedies expanding beyond the familiar noughties formula of half-hour episodes and 20-plus episode seasons. The Television Academy removed these restrictions around program length and genre in 2021, allowing producers to determine where their shows would be submitted, while giving the Television Academy's industry panel the ability to review and query those decisions if necessary. The Boys began 2 years before this rule change, and its season 1 episodes all ran for approximately 60 minutes, automatically placing it within the drama category. While the series opens with a bang, Huey's girlfriend Robin is disintegrated when a train runs through her at superhuman speed, and features some serious storylines alongside explosive action sequences. It is, at its core, a dark comedy. The series is both a satirical commentary on today's political landscape and a twisted parody of Hollywood's obsession with the superhero genre. It's a beautifully twisted 60-minute comedy.
Surrounded by sycophants and imbeciles.
It's just that you make a lot of really great points, sir.
The Emmys may have put The Boys on the back foot from the start by automatically placing it within the drama category, and by the time the rules changed, the series was already locked into position and nominated in 2021, but lost to Netflix's The Crown. Titles in the outstanding drama category come surrounded by serious shows with perceived prestige, but is it fair to ask Emmy voters to rank a series featuring a superhero shagging an octopus alongside a dramatisation of the reign of Queen Elizabeth II? The Boys may have benefited from moving into the comedy category had the option been available. A clear comparison is FX's The Bear, which is often emotionally intense, structurally closer to a drama, and filled with stressful storylines. Yet it has found significant success in the comedy category, earning 8 nominations this year alone. Critics and fans have frequently questioned The Bear competing alongside comedies with more traditional formats such as Abbott Elementary, but it may have faced a similar fate to The Boys if it had been drowned out by period pieces and prestige dramas in the drama category. Despite receiving no Emmy nominations in the leading categories for its final season, The Boys satisfyingly brought the chase to curtail Homelander to a close, including some beautiful begging at the end. And with 57 million global viewers per episode, it clearly succeeded with fans around the world. That connection and lasting legacy may ultimately mean more than industry accolades for the creators and actors involved in the long run. Plus, it's a fitting end for a series that was always built around rebellion against soups and the status quo. As an anarchic political satire that mocks one of Hollywood's most protected genres, perhaps it was always inevitable that The Boys would struggle for recognition from the industry itself.
Are we really about to go to a
Topless steakhouse in Reno? Yes, we are.